Shalom. I want to start off by saying Kal Halal Yamla, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahawashi, Ba'asham Reka Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth and who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the Akim that is spread around the four corners of the earth, spreading this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother Kotas of Zion from the GMS Holland branch, coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi with another lesson, with another video, and Lord willing, this video is edifying. Gone. So, in this lesson, I want to go into the fact that Yahawashi, who is the person that everybody ignorantly calls Jesus, he's going to come with fire when he comes. And with which fire? Let's go to Psalms 91. Let me start at 1. This is Psalms 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. God. So he that abideth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide in the shadow of the Almighty. Let's go into that word shadow. So take this thing off. Shadow, which is Tazal, shadow, and Strong's definition says defense. So if you abide in the secret place of the Most High, which is in his house, which is his tabernacle, and we are his tabernacle, the men that are doing the will of the Most High. If you are dwelling in the midst of that presence, then the Most High is going to be your defense. You see? He's going to be that shadow. Like the scripture says, woe unto them that go to Egypt for help and that trust in Egypt. Let me get that real quick. There's Isaiah 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. You see, so these are the men, these are the people that go to Egypt, which is the oppressor, which spiritually is the so-called white man nowadays, Edom. He's the modern day Egyptian. So the people that run to him, that flock to him, that go to him for protection, because he has many guns, he has a very mighty and big army, he has science and technology, so woe, which means destruction. So destruction unto them that believe in this modern day Egyptian, which is the so-called white man. And in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi. You see? So destruction unto them. So going back, Psalms 91, verse 2, I will say of the Most High, He is my refuge and my fortress. My power, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence, which the snare of the fowler and the noisome pestilence, those represents the missiles, the missiles that are going to drop, because the Most High, he made the waster to destroy, and he made the scientists that made these intercontinental ballistic missiles. You see, so it's the Most High's doing. The Most High he created it, so he's the one that's also going to protect you from that noise, that snare of the fowler and that noise and pestilence. You can't trust in the so-called white man, because he himself, he's going to try to hide in rocks and in space stations and under the sea. But the Most High, he has the perfect protection for these missiles that he put in the minds of the scientists to create. And what is that protection? This is Psalms 91, verse 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His his truth shall be thy shield and buckler. God. So the righteous are going to be saved through the feathers and his wings, which the feather and his wings represents the chariots. You see? Let me double check something real quick. Gone. Now, so let's go back. Psalms 91, which the feathers and wings are the chariots. And let's go on. Verse 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by noon, Salakia, for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flies by day, which are these missiles, nor the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor the destruction that wasteth at noonday. And the noonday, that's right before this devil, the so-called white man, is gonna set everything up. Right before he is gonna fill his belly, that's when the Most High is gonna rain it upon him. That's the noonday. That's the brink when he thinks that all his plans have succeed. Let's see. Go to the book of Job 20. God, this is Job 20, verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, and the hand of the wicked shall come upon him. So in the fullness of his sufficiency, when he thinks that he's going to set everything up, he's going to be in straits, which means he's going to be in a difficult situation. And every hand of the wicked, and if you go into that word wicked, it means laborers. The laborers are going to come for these elites, because all of them, if you look at the protests, if you look at the how you call it again, the uproars of people, they know who is behind this. They know the 1%, the Illuminati that are behind this, the ones from the Economic World Forum and people like that. They know who's pulling the strings. So the wicked is Aimal, which is the outline of biblical usage, says laborers. So the people, the working people, they are gonna try to put hands on these people. They're gonna try to bring these people down because they know who is oppressing them. You see, verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And that rain represents these nuclear missiles. That represents that fire. You see, so right before he's gonna start eating, when he's eating, when he thinks his plans is in full effect, that's when the Most High is gonna come with that rain, with that fire. You see, and that's when he's gonna send his son. Let's go to 2 Ezra 13, verse 13. Let me start at 3. And read on down to 11. This 2 Ezra 13, verse 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And that man, which is Yahawashi, Yahawashi, he waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, which is thousands of heaven, represents these chariots and these and the angels. You see? So, verse 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, and all they burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. God, so all the nations, they're gonna put their differences aside and they're gonna fight that one common enemy, that man, Yahawashi, you know, because he's not gonna meet them as a man this time, but they are gonna put everything aside so that they want to try to subdue him, you see. But this is what's gonna happen. Verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place uh, whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. God, so he flew upon this big fathership, which was noted and mentioned as a great mountain that you can't see where it was cut out of, because that's how big it was. You couldn't really see the beginning nor the end. You see, so Yahawashi is gonna come on that big fathership. You see, it looked like a top of a mountain that had been carved off, but if you look around, you wouldn't, you didn't see any mountains, so it was that big. You know. Verse 8. And after this I behold, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet there's fight. God. So it's like with the Pharaoh, the Most High hardened his heart, right? Every time that Moses went, the Most High hardened his heart. And in the last, then the Most High, the Pharaoh said, okay, I'm going to let y'all go. But then when he let them go, still the Most High put it in his mind to harden his heart and to put the spirit upon him to go after the Israelites, so that the Most High's great power might be known unto the world. And up until this day, everybody knows this, the story of the people that came out of Egypt, the Israelites. So the Most High is going to put it in these people, their minds, to still fight, because the Most High is the man of war. He likes a good fight, you see. Verse 9. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it has been, a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast sparks and tempests. And that's that chariot, when the center opens, then straight beam, laser beam came out of the chariot. Verse 11. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up, every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. God. So this reminds me of that scene with Thanos. When Thanos, he flicked his finger, then all of a sudden everybody became dust. That's how it's gonna be in that time when Yahawashi is gonna come with the thousands of heaven, with the chariots, with the lasers, and with the fire. There's only gonna be dusts. These people are gonna be vapor. You see. So let me go to the book of Psalms 18, verse 12. That's Psalms 18, verse 12. At the brightness that was before him, at the brightness that was before him, his thick clouds passed, hailstones and coals of fire. The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. So that's what came out of these chariots. Out of these chariots, fire came. You see? Coals and fire. Coals of fire. You see? Let's go to Habakkuk. Habakkuk 3, verse 5. Before him went the pestilence, and burning coals went forth at his feet. You see? Because this chapter is speaking about the chariots. So when the chariots come, then the pestilence and the burning coals come before their feet. Which is that laser, that fire. You see? So let's go to Revelation 19 to show that when Yahawashi comes, he's going to come with a big fathership. This is Revelation 19, verse 11. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. Because he has the mind of his Father, which is the Heavenly Father, which is the Almighty Yahawashi. You see? So in righteousness does he judge and make war. So he's going to make war with these people because they, like it says in the book of Job, he's going to plead with all flesh because they have had his people in bondage, which is the Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. So they are found guilty, So in righteousness does he judge and make war. This is verse 12. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. So it doesn't mean he had a super big head with hundreds of crowns upon him. No, he had the authority. He had subdued all these kingdoms. So that's what it means that he had many crowns upon his head. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name was called the Word of the Most High. And let's go into that word. Let's see. Name. Let me turn off the Wi-Fi. Salakia. This is the next one. Oh no, it's this one. And if you go into that word name, it's onoma, and the outline of biblical usage says, let me see, rank, authority. So he had a rank and authority that was above all these other people. Nobody knew his rank because he is right under Yahweh. So the rank that he had was unknown, but he's going to be the King of Kings, Lord of Lords here upon earth. Everything is under him. So he had a rank that is unknown. Here you say king, or you say Caesar, stuff like that, but the rank that the Son of the Most High had is not known to anybody. You see, only he knows what this rank is. Let's see. Let's go to Hebrews. Hebrews 4. Verse 12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight, but all things are naked and opened unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do. So the word of Yahawashi is like a sword. You see? So when Yahawashi is going to come also, he is going to plead with his people, and the intents of their hearts is already known by Yahawashi. So he's going to bring that sword judgment, Just like in the time when he was here upon the earth, he could read the spirits, what he was dealing with, the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the wicked people, or the people that were upright. He could read their spirits. So just like that, when Yahawashi is going to come this time, he's not going to come as a man, but he's going to come as a weapon. You see? So let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah 63. Because his vesture was filled with blood, right? So let's read this, and then we're going to close it off. This is Isaiah 63, verse 1. Who is that cometh from Edom, with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. So who is that cometh from Edom? Which Edom, that represents the ruling empire that he's gonna come to bring down, which is the Edomites, the so-called white people, the so-called white men. So Yahawashi is gonna come out of Edom, which represents the ruling party that he's gonna take down, and with dyed garments from Basra, and Basra, which is the capital of Edom. So first of all, America, that's going to be made desolate, because that's Babylon the Great. That's the dwelling place of this corporation America that is being ruled by a president. So that's going to be burnt down, and the Most High is going to send the sun to bring a sword of destruction upon that place, and he's going to come from the east. So is that glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. So he's going to come as a force to be reckoned with. He's going to come not as an extraterrestrial, but as a angelic force that is going to be out of this world, in the greatness of his strength, which represent the missiles, Salakia, not the missiles, the chariots that he's going to come with. You see? Verse 2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like them that threaten the wine fat. So that represents the blood that is going to be sprinkled upon his garments. He's going to be making so much killing that the blood is going to be on his garments. So that's a reference to the blood that is going to be shed in that day when Yahawashi is going to come. Gone. So with that, I hope this video is edifying, and I want to say Kal Halal Yamla, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahawashi, Ba'asham Rekak Wadash, Shalom.